morning and welcome to day 14 of Vlogmas. It is a Tuesday morning and I'm working from home today. I got my walk in earlier and came back and got right to work and just finished up watching a town hall meeting for the hospital that I work for. So it was interesting to hear all the updates. Had some coffee and some breakfast while that was going on. And now I thought I would just share a couple things with you all. So I am, like I said, working remotely today. I'm actually going to be heading over to my parents' house in a little while. My mom has a virtual doctor's appointment at 2 o'clock, but I have a 1 o'clock meeting and actually I think a 12 o'clock meeting. So in the 11 o'clock hour, I'll be driving over there. I'll do a little bit of work from their house and then hop on that, the doctor's visit with them. So that is the plan. And then mom has offered to join the podcast recording with me today. So that was very generous of her. And I'm looking forward to recording with her. So that'll be fun. I got to pack up a few things. I like to bring the stuff physically with me. Normally when I record an audio podcast, I know what I'm talking about and I don't need to actually be looking at it. But when I'm talking about it and she's in the room, then I like to be able to show her the stuff that I'm working on. So I will get that stuff packed up and then hopefully you all will be getting episode 222 of the Down Cellar Studio Podcast on Wednesday, which is probably when you're going to be watching this. So that is the story there. I also took all of the socks that I washed for mom off of the dryer. And I found some of these in washing last night, but I thought I would share with you. We have some serious blowouts that we're working with here. So the worst ones, these are Knit Picks Felici socks, and actually both of these heels are blown out. These I knit for mom in 2017, so they've lived a pretty decent life. I'm not actually super surprised that these would have issues. Knit Picks Felici is a great yarn. It's super, super soft, but to me that also is a signifier that it's not going to be very hard wearing, and I think that's what we're seeing here. So more holes. I will figure out what I will do with these. I've not ripped out. These are OMG heels by designer Megan Williams. If anyone has tips on how to repair, these are actually sort of in a straight line up one row or column of stitches. Oh, on one of them, not on the other one. So I might actually be able to just repair that one. I'm debating cutting out the whole heel and seeing how that goes. So we will see. I also found one other issue in a pair of patent Croy socks, which I was kind of surprised about, but this sort of makes sense in terms of the placement. So there's the little hole there. I think this is from rubbing on the shoes that my mom often wears, and it makes sense that it's on the right side of her foot because she's got a toe that kind of sticks up on that side. So I think that might be it. This is a super easy one. I'll just rip out the top of the toe and reknit those last couple rows, and those will be fixed. And then I thought I would show you for comparison a pair of socks that's at least a year older than that. These are coloring book yarn. And these have done really well in the heels and toes. She did have a hole up by the top, which I repaired last year with some visible mending. I think that that probably likely got snagged on something physically and not with something that she just wore out. So anyways, that is the state of the sock situation around here. I definitely have some mending to do. I'm not sure I'll get to that before Christmas, but we'll see. But she's got a bunch going back into her rotation. While we're here, why don't we go ahead and open our advents for today. We'll start with Legacy Fiber Arts, day 14. Ooh, this is great. To me, it has like a very denim-y kind of feel. It's all different greens and blues, but those darker, richer blues in there. So good. And then my 24 Days of Cheer swap. Ooh, this is a fun one too. Very autumnal. Yay. It's so fun opening yarn every day. And actually, you know what? Why don't we open our chocolate too? I have it here since I'm terrible about remembering. A lot of these are still closed because I keep forgetting to open them. Today is the 14th. Let's see. Right up at the top here. Yesterday we got Santa's bag. Oh, today we got his boots that are filled with chocolates. I'm going to save that for later since I've just had breakfast. I don't really need any chocolate right now. Oh, and before I forget, what I'm wearing today is my Go With The Flo Shawl. This is knit out of hand spun from my friend Emily, which is just such a treasured thing. And I designed the shawl. It's a sideways knit shawl, and I designed it specifically for hand spun or something that's really precious where you can weigh it. And I tell you sort of how much to allocate for the right side, the center, and the left side so that you can use up all of what you have, like a special skein like hand spun. And it's written for several different weights of yarn. And it's just mostly garter and stockinette and reverse stockinette. And then this lace panel at the center, which is just very simple. And this one is rather small because I didn't have a lot to work with. But that's all right. It still provides a nice little lovely touch. And I've got my red and green on today, which feels good for the holiday season. Well, just like that, the entire afternoon and evening have gone by and I haven't taken any video clips for you. So sorry about that. I am here in the Target parking lot. I'm going to try to turn this light back on for you. And I need to run a few errands and get a few things on the way home tonight. What you've missed was I had a couple meetings, then I joined my mom's doctor's appointment, then I finished work, then we recorded episode 222 of the podcast. That is done, and then did a little more catching up with my parents, and I headed here. So here we go. Now it's dark. One of the things that we shared in the podcast, and I'm going to leave most of that for the podcast if you're curious to hear more, and if you know my mom, and if you've been listening or part of the community for a while, is the very sad news that my mom has cancer. And so for the days where there weren't very much of me in the video, that's why for the small for me amount of knitting content you've been seeing lately, that's why I'm a little bit fried. And so mom really felt like she wanted to share with you all what's going on, and I was so grateful that she did that. So if you are interested, go check out the episode when that goes up, and you'll hear a lot more from both of us about that. But for now, back to the rest of this evening so I can get some stuff done and relax and get that podcast edited tonight. Good morning and welcome to day 15. I just stopped and got my coffee, although I'm going to try to drink my Airborne first before indulging in my coffee, which also has a little bit of mocha in it, because you know what? Why not? So yeah, I guess we'll see what today brings. It's time to hit the road so I'm not late for work.
Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to you.
Hey, it's about noon. I am at my desk at the hospital. Morning meetings have gone well. This morning has been a blur. I did run over and get to see my cousin Jody and my Aunt Florence, who are here for an appointment, so that's always nice. I'm starving today. I don't know what the deal is with that, but I am eating some of the no-bake protein ball kind of things that the girls and I made this weekend. In the Patreon version of the weekend video, I showed the girls making these. It's just oats and peanut butter and chocolate chips, and they are delicious. And they're just what I need right now for a quick thing to get me through. I think that I'm going to head home soon and do my afternoon meetings from home. So I need to get packed up and hopefully try to miss traffic and be home for my 2 o'clock. Right, work is done and I finished dinner and I have the house to myself, kind of unexpectedly. Dan's good friend, who's kind of been like a surrogate father to him over the years, isn't feeling well, so Dan's gonna go check on him this evening. So I'm gonna settle in and maybe put on like a holiday movie or something and work on some knitting and crochet projects. So I'm excited about that. Before that, I was thinking I would show you my advents for today because I haven't opened them yet. I opened up my chocolate, but not the advents. So let's check out Legacy Fiber Arts for today. It's so fun. Do you see those bits of like green in there? Like there's a beautiful minty color. Oh my goodness, it's so good. All right, and then my 24 days of tear swap. There's so many colors in this one. I love it. Ooh, that's really fun. Yay. What else can I tell you? I am almost done with these dance shoe leg warmers that I'm working on. I'm going to do a little bit more on here, and then I think I'm actually going to grab another pair of needles and pull out the waist yarn that I put in here and do the afterthought heel, because I'm still not sure once that is done how long it will make the foot, and I don't want the foot to be too long because if it's meant to be worn over dance shoes, then it'll be like flopping around on the end of the foot. So that is one of the things that I'm planning to do tonight. So I will try to show you a little bit more if I work on that. And what else? Yeah, I've got some crochet projects that I need to get going for the kids that I may or may not share with you here because they may be watching. But yeah, it'll be nice to just relax a little bit tonight. It's not even too late, so I can get in a couple hours and still have it not be past my bedtime. I am an early to bed, early to rise kind of gal around here. And tomorrow I am back on site at the hospital, so it'll be another early morning and kind of go all day, which is fine, especially because I took Friday off. Very excited about that. I have, again, some presents that I need to finish making. I have a little bit of wrapping left to do, not too much. And what else? The other thing that I'm going to do that wasn't originally part of the plan is I've been saying that my friend Marta's sister is here from Barcelona over at Harvard. So I'm actually going to meet her on Friday instead of on Thursday night, as we originally talked about. And it's right around when she's going to be going to the airport. So I just offered to drive her to the airport. So that'll afford me a little bit more time to chat with her and see how she's doing and all of that good stuff, to do the gift transfer. But that will take up a little bit more of my day than I planned. But I think it's fine. I think I've got the holidays pretty well in check in terms of gift stuff. So that feels good. And hopefully from here on in, I can relax and just enjoy the making process. So in case I don't talk to you again tonight, I am going to say goodbye and thank you so much for watching. Hope you don't mind that we did kind of 2 days together here. It saves me a lot on editing time and with getting the podcast up this week. That was something that just really helped with my schedule. And as you probably have gathered from the update, especially if you have listened to episode 222 and my chat with Mom, my brain is on overload right now, and I'm a little bit frazzled and a little bit fried. I talked in the episode about leaving socks in all different places, and tonight I'm searching the house frantically. I can't find my tripod. That's at my mom's house. You know, even when I feel like I've got things mostly together, that's not completely true. So you know what? We're just going with it. So thank you for going with it. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you back here on this channel again very soon. Bye-bye.